Public Records is explaining to us the US military has long been caught murdering indigenous civilians on their indigenous lands, then later somehow acquiring the resources from their land where the indigenous people were murdered. In cases where they do not want to be the face of murdering indigenous civilians, they pass this job on to their allies in foreign countries in order for the public to lose focus on who is orchestrating the murder of indigenous people for their resources. Today, with information spreading at a rapid pace, many different types of institutional organisers of murder against indigenous civilians are finding it more and more difficult to suppress their role in murdering indigenous civilians, which has led to controlled opposition techniques used to regulate the effectiveness of exposure in order for the non-controlled entities to be purposely pushed to the back of the people who have been pushed to the front by institutional organisers of murder. Today we have an ex-military personnel who goes by the avatar GoBlack2Africa, who presumably took an oath supporting an institution which likely involved supporting the institutional organising of murder against indigenous civilians. The ex-military personnel has decided to promote a misinformation video pushed by another evil cult now referred to as Bantu, and associated with other evil cults using the term Bantu Hebrew Israelites interchangeably. These cults have backing from different institutional organisers of murder against indigenous civilians, and they sometimes play controlled opposition with those who they claim to be against, such as not all but some Ashkenazi Jews, as some of these Jews have been found to be beneficiaries of Congo resources, and perhaps due to the developing immoral public image they need to change the public face to their colonial allies of old, hence the new promotion of the Bantu Jews or Bantu Hebrew Israelites, who are in fact their allies. The key thing we must understand is the ex-military personnel did not say that DR Congo are children of Israel, and he has asked his people to study this misinformation video. These local propaganda techniques are used to make it appear like their target is insulting them, therefore they must react. For example, in this case, their social, political, religious practice, referred to as Hebrew Israelites, is a way of cult life for them, especially within their law enforcement, military, navy, etc. This video demonstrates that they have artificially engineered the right to now demonize and throw insults at all the inhabitants within DR Congo, because the misinformation video is presented as if all the inhabitants of DR Congo are attempting to steal their 501c3 compatible socio-political religion. Hence why they will use their bots and human bots to speak as if DR Congo is a tribe. This video also acts as a distraction video to remove away people's attention from the fact indigenous civilians are being murdered within DR Congo for reasons such as their institution of murder against indigenous civilians are expecting all vehicles to be electric by the year 2050. We must also consider Americans' DNA from their own institutions and popular material highlights they are predominantly from the region we know today as Nigeria. Therefore, it is strange their ex-military is promoting this misinformation video when it is highly unlikely Americans are related to the interior inhabitants within DR Congo. Another thing they ignore is the slave ports were located in present-day Angola and Congo-Brazzaville. There was no slave coast adjacent to DRC Congo. The argument that can be brought forth is that Bakongo people are also in DR Congo. However, just because some groups of people are being referred to as Bakongo today, it doesn't mean that is what they were referred to during the transatlantic slave trade. These DNA tests can insinuate genetic relations within DR Congo, but it is by geopolitical misleading means. For example, with 23andMe, most of the region they highlight is not even the region where Bakongo people are from, and it will be very difficult to prove Americans have ancestry from the regions outside of Bakongo people's homeland. So just because a population is today found within DR Congo, it doesn't mean they are from there. Also, their sources highlight Central African ancestry is predominantly associated with Brazil, not the American military. And another thing to add, the Kingdom of Congo homeland is within North Angola, which is home of the Bakongo people. So perhaps they should focus more on Angola if these videos are encouraged by ancestral conversation. Also, the Teke Kingdom is in today's Congo Brazzaville, which is closer to the Luango coast. Ex-military cult groups deliberately ignore these basic facts in order to raise grievances against people that is likely nothing to do with them. Thanks for watching this video, and remember, you cannot change your fingerprint, and we do not need to reach for the stars as they're already a part of us.